Hi guys, Richard here on Haltech TV, and today we're in sunny Brisbane visiting Cleveland Dyno, which you may know from the Nugget Garage YouTube channel. And I'm here to see the Hoff, and judging by what I see, he's got some pretty cool stuff. G'day mate, how are you?
Not bad, mate, yourself?
Alright, thank you for having me here today. Looks like you've got some pretty cool stuff around here. Do you want to show me around?
Yeah, right. We'll have a look at this one first if you want.
Little Corolla, let's go. Alright, let's start at the important bit, the engine bay.
Yep.
What's going on in here?
So that's a Hilux 3RZ.
Yeah, cool.
2.7 litre. Dry summed aluminium rods. It's got a big set of cams in it, 2mm oversized valves, fire ringed. Runs on methanol. It's got 3 2400cc injectors per cylinder. No intercooler. It's got an upstream Kinsler nozzle that puts a bit of methanol in the pipe. And about 58 pounds of boost. It makes about 1150 horsepower at the hubs.
In this little car?
Yep. It's actually quite heavy. It's 2750 pounds of me in it, but it's very small.
Yeah, so, short wheelbase. It must be pretty wild to get out on the track with.
Just had it at the Jamboree on the weekend and it went 6.7s, best of a 783.
Yeah, right.
177. Made it to the Street 289 final and I overcooked the start a little bit and had a bit of a moment, but we survived. Runs a Haltech Nexus R5. It controls everything. Every circuit in the car is all through the PDM. So
yeah, cool.
I literally haven't even touched the tune in this car since probably 10 meetings ago. It just looks after itself. All I've been doing is just power management, boost control, all that sort of stuff. The rear end in this is the most basic rear end you'll ever see. It's double leaf spring. Has a Coney shock, no Caltrack, nothing that you would normally have in a drag car. And we just power manage it to make it work.
And it works?
There's 235 radial, yeah. It's not at the front of the field, but it's close.
That's awesome.
With nothing, which is cool.
So it's a pretty cool workshop you've got here. How did you start and where did you come from and what do you do? And
my first job was in IT. Did that for like 15 years and Cleveland Exhaust. I think we ended up buying that about 15 years ago. Okay. It was in another building.
Yep.
We're doing exhaust and tow bars and just general mechanical stuff. And one day I bought a dyno just as a business expense, thought I'd have a play with it myself, and I pretty much haven't been off one since. And that was about 8 years ago.
Having that IT background sort of helped you with the tuning?
Definitely with manipulating software and connecting laptops to things. And
diagnosing and doing that sort of IT-style diagnostician sort of stuff, yeah.
And then in the last 2 years, I pretty much haven't done any exhaust or tow bars. It's just been tuning. Right. And in the last 3 months, I've gone, no, that's it. I'm just doing tuning.
Just doing tuning. So you'll need to change the sign out the front.
I will have to eventually.
Some of the people watching this on Haltech TV may have seen you on another YouTube channel before, the Nugget Garage.
Yep.
How did that come about and what do you do there?
I think the first thing that happened there was we put a video up of me bump starting I think it was a J-Port rotary with a scooter on the dyno, and it got a lot of views. And we thought, well, we do stupid shit like all the time, so I may as well try and film some of it. And Chris was working with me at the time, and we kind of bounced off each other and had good banter going on, and he'd actually gained some traction fairly quickly. And then we started building cars. Like, it was good, we were motivating each other to do it, and I think I built 4 or 5 cars in 2 years, like complete builds.
Yeah, right.
And just trying to do oddball stuff. So we did a remote mount turbo V8 Supra and a V12 turbo Cressida and standard L37 V6 turbocharged Commodore that went into the 10s on a stock engine, and a 13s for 1300 Falcon, where it went 1270 for $1,300.
Yeah, right.
Including buying the car. So that sort of stuff gave us a bit of traction, and now I'm more not so nuggety, I guess. We're trying to build something a bit better and go racing more and film that.
So you wouldn't believe this. You can't script it. I'm here at Nugget Garage, or Cleveland Dyno, is it called? And this bloke rocks up, Christian Goleby.
How you going?
What are you doing? Just
come for a visit.
Come for a visit. Did you hear we were here?
I did.
And you've brought with you the new Supra, which is not quite stock, is it?
Well, it's stock engine and gearbox, but we've designed a turbo kit for it. So it's got a G35 1050 on it. But Richard actually spotted a yellow cable hanging out of the dash and was very confused. So it's got a Elite 750 ECU on it that controls our port injectors.
Right.
And also our nitrous and our Turbo Smart wastegate for our turbo kit. It was a port injection kit to start with. Now it's a whole intake manifold that has the injectors in it. Factory ECU for the DI. We've just set the factory map sensor to 36 PSI or whatever the maximum was. And we can basically do whatever we want with boost under that, as long as we don't go over. And the factory ECU will trim all the DI around that. And our Haltech brings the injectors in progressive over a 10 or 15 PSI window, instead of your normal port injection kits that just switch injectors on at 2 PSI and all cylinders.
Yep.
So it's still sequential too, so they fire per cylinder, etc.
That's really cool.
So it makes a really smooth transition instead of a rich spot that you've then got to try and compensate out of the factory ECU. And
how much power have you got coming? So stock engine?
Stock engine internally, stock gearbox. It made 700 horsepower at the hubs on 33 PSI, I think it was.
So it moves?
Yeah.
Yep. I noticed you've got some pretty serious looking drag tyres on the back there. You've done a time with it?
Yeah, Naomi ran 10.1 at 140 mile an hour with 26 pounds of boost.
Very cool. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm glad you stopped in.
Yeah, no worries.
So this is stuff.
Yep.
Why stuff?
I was building a motorcycle car and it was taking too long for the time frame that I had. And I was actually sitting at the pub of all things thinking about what number plates to buy for it, and we're going to get like 12k RPM or something. And then I just, for some reason, tangented on to, I like to say stuff and things a fair bit in my videos, so I've got things on that car and stuff on this car. I'm weird, like what can you say?
That's awesome. And speaking of stuff, you've managed to stuff a much bigger engine in here than it would have come with from factory.
Yep, so this car I tuned for a guy about 12 months ago and I had a 1J in it already. He'd already done the firewall recess and put a Hilux diff in it. And he pulled that motor out, put it into a KE36 like that actually. And I bought this thing off him as a roller. And then I've had so many 2J cars over the years, I had spare parts lying around, so I had a good 1J head that I got off from mate Arthur, and I had a second-hand set of pistons, and I actually got max speeding Chinese rods in this with aftermarket rod bolts. So I thought, we'll just throw something together quickly and try and make some videos out of it, because I've done these 1,000 times. And Goleby wanted me to try the new G40 1150, which, and on this car, unlike previous cars where I've fabricated everything, I've tried to use as much bolt-on bits as I could. We used the Elite 2500. It's controlling the transmission as well.
What transmission you got in it?
That's an A340 4-speed. So it just drives like a normal car. Even at the drag strip when I went 9.0, that was in drive.
Yeah, right.
Just stall it up on the foot brake and it does it all for me.
Just left it in D for...
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, works good. Yeah, it's basically kicked every goal that I thought. It went 933 at the hubs at 38 pounds of boost, which is the limit of the injection. I'm probably sure it would go the ton if you tried. Obviously, because the car's not tubbed or mini tubbed or anything, you can only fit a 225 radial on it. So this has given me an opportunity to play around with traction strategies. And the one that I found works the best for this is just drive-by-wire versus wheel slip.
Right, so the wheel starts to slip and it
pulls it off.
Literally throttles the car for you.
Yeah, and you've got to be really aggressive with it because you can maintain a burnout with 10% throttle. So it's basically cut it off real quick and then you can give some back. I did it in the rain the other day. You can pretty much have it on 38 pounds and hold it flat and it won't spin. It doesn't go anywhere either, but it doesn't spin.
But it does spin.
Yeah.
Safer.
We're using one of your CAN keypads.
Yep, what are you doing with that? No PDM in this car though?
No PDM, no. This is still
So the keypad you're just using for strategy and stuff like that?
It's basically, lets me manipulate launch and overall boost and boost ramps based on where I am and what I'm doing without the laptop. So
like you would with the 12 position switch, but rather you've just got the press button.
So launch RPM off the foot brake, it's got a different rev limiter that's adjustable. There's 4 different boost ramps. There's a nitrous enable, which I don't use. And the bottom 4 buttons, I'm actually using cruise control on this as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird driving a car home from the drags with cruise control and not doing anything. But it's my ultimate street car. It's nearly 1-to-1 horsepower to weight.
Wow.
So it's quite rapid.
Yeah. Well, of course, I have to thank the Hoff for having me here today. Thank you, mate.
No problems at all, mate.
It's been awesome to see,
Nice to meet you.
see the garage and some of the cool things you're doing. And of course, if you want to see more of the cool stuff that they're doing here at Cleveland Dyno, do go and check out Nugget Garage. It's a fantastic channel. As always, my name's Richard. Copy later.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, smash that like button. We put out a new video every week and sometimes even two. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more awesome content.